Hello and welcome to Just Vintage Crochet and welcome to the 1870s. 1870. This book, of course, was republished this is a facsimile, republished in 1986 in Great Britain. The book is called Book of Needlework. And I want to show you how to do these two stitches right here. So we're going to work the double foundation stitch and the purl foundation stitch. I just was looking through this book and I saw these stitches and I thought, wouldn't that make a fun, quick little video where we can learn some old stitches that probably look pretty familiar. So any size thread, any size yarn, hook, don't matter. Let's just jump right in. So for the double foundation chain, you're going to start with a chain 2. Go back into the very first chain you made, but also pick up the back bump. Do you see how whenever you turn it over, you've got that little back bump right there? And whenever you turn it to the front, you have the top of the side of your chain there. Pick both of those up as if it were the top of a single crochet. And pull your yarn through and give yourself a little slack. You don't want to work this tight or else it'll start to buckle on you. Okay, then pull through as a single crochet. Now it is called a double, but in the UK today and even in the 1870s, a double crochet is what we call our single crochets. Now we're going to go back into the bottom of this last stitch we just made. Do you see how this looks like? Let me get my little pointer. See how the bottom of it kind of looks like a single crochet? We're going to go under both loops, not just one. We're going to go under both. Here's the actual top of the stitch right here. So on the bottom of the stitch, and you definitely want to have a little slack on this. Again, you really don't want to do this tight. Go under both loops. And you can see your yarn is coming out of it. That's how you know you're on the right side. And pull up on that. And then create a single crochet. Now when you look over where the yarn is coming out of, you can see those 2 loops right there. I'm squeezing them together. And that's what we're going to work under, both of those loops. And draw up, close it out. Pull up just a little bit. You really want some slack on this. It's not going to be too stretchy, I promise. And you just keep going. Come back, do it again. It's really easy. You're just working the bottoms. It looks like there are single crochets on the top and on the bottom, but here's the thing. This is the bottom. This is the top. So whenever we go to work row 2 of whatever project you're going to do, this is actually, do you see how it's already trying to curl on me? That's why I'm like, you really got to work this loose. This is actually going to be the top of your stitches. Go back in. Draw up a loop. Work a single crochet. Go back into the top of your stitch, both loops. And work a single crochet. It does like to curl, but once you work it, it straightens out. But you definitely want to have a little bit of a light hand with this, a light tension. They don't tell you that in the book. That's just sort of a figure it out on your own kind of a situation. But after I first tried it out, I'm like, yeah, I really got to loosen up that tension. And it still wasn't loose enough, so I had to go back and loosen the tension up even more. But then it's not too springy. That's about as springy as it gets. And then whenever you go to work your row 2 of whatever you're making, it's already starting to straighten out a little bit. So yay for that. So I just draw up on it just a little bit. And then draw up again. Almost yarned over. There you go. And I'm going to work a row of single crochet across so you can see what this looks like as 2 full rows. And there we go. So I'm just going to chain 1 And right back into this top of this stitch here, I'm going to work a single crochet. And into the tops of all of these stitches. And you can see that it creates a really interesting, almost twisted bottom. I really like it. So let's just work across this really quick. My only thing is, whenever I was playing with this before, I wasn't sure if I need to work in this area where the little knot is, because it kind of throws it off a little bit. So if you don't work in it, it throws it off. And if you do, it throws it off. So kind of a darned if you do, darned if you don't. See, it kind of throws it off just slightly. Then chain one and work another row. But I thought it was a pretty neat foundation stitch. I wanted to, because it reminds me so much of the single crochet foundation stitch, foundation chain. And I've got a little mess on my hands. Here we go. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I worked up a couple of rows, and here is how it winds up looking. It almost looks stitched on the bottom, like with a totally separate thread. That's how it looks on that side. So it does definitely create an interesting foundation, but I like it. I think it's really neat, and I really wanted to show this to you. Now let's check out that Perl foundation chain. Okay, so the Perl foundation chain is going to start with 4 chains. This is so easy, by the way. Yarn over for a US double crochet, a UK treble crochet, and in the very first chain you made right here where the knot is, go ahead and work just into the top loop of the side of your chain there. Work 1 double crochet. Now chain 4 and repeat. Yarn over into the first of the 4 chains, into the side of the top of the chain there, work a double crochet. And if you want to, I believe, instead of working into just the top chain, which leaves kind of a gap like that, maybe come down into the bottom part of the chain where you can pick up the back purl and the top of the chain at the same time. And that should give you a more stable stitch. Look at that there. You know what? Yeah. I just sort of decided that right here with you. And we're going to repeat chain 4, yarn over, and again, I'm just going to go into the bottom of the chain right here. If I can get a good holding on it. Let's get rid of that. Here is the top of the chain. I'm going to actually go into the bottom. I hope it's not blurry. I'm going to go into the bottom where I'm going to pick up the back purl and the top chain at the same time. So yarn over, go into the bottom of that chain, and you can see precisely what I'm doing there. Bottom of the chain puts you underneath the back purl and the top of the chain, which honestly looks so much better. Look at the difference. Huge openings here, but not here. 1, 2, 3, 4, yarn over, go into the bottom half of that chain, makes it look like you've got a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm just going to go into the top and we'll have a real comparison here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, I'm just going to go right into the top. Get rid of the Merlin hair. 1, 2, 3, 4. And into the very top again. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, now I almost can't tell the difference, really. No, I can. Look how much more solid these look. Look at that compared to that. You know, this is just so much more solid. But anyways, this is how you do the Perl foundation chain. We will work some more stitches out of this book. I have to study them. I tried to do a few more this morning and got a little bit turned around by the language, so I'm still practicing with them, and whenever I get them down pat, I'll jump on here and show you. I'm not exactly sure what you can make with this, but it is a stitch that they want you to learn how to do for some of the patterns in this book. But let's just see, what can we do with a stitch like this? What can we do? I'm just going to work some half double crochets. Why not? And I'm just sort of working them anywhere in the chain that they will go. I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now. That don't really look good. Let's try it this way then. I mean, what would you use this? Let's see if I can find a pattern that features this stitch. Let's just see. Looks like it's mostly used as an additional border. So here you can see they worked their filet crochet and then they came back and worked this, what do they call that again? The Perl foundation chain. And they add this Perl foundation chain right here. You can see the chain 4s and then the double crochet, chain 4. And it looks like they probably anchor it down with a slip stitch, and then they work their chain 4, double crochet. Let's see, how would you work that? Chain 4, double crochet, or chain 4, slip stitch, then double crochet. But then you're back here again. Maybe you have to work it going this way. Either way, that's about what it's used for. That's not going to be the same. No, that's not going to be the same either. I'm just looking to see if there is an example of this stitch used in any of these patterns. But okay. All right, well, I just wanted to show you these patterns really quick because I thought they were neat. They were simple, cute little stitch patterns. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video really, really soon. Bye!